Okay. Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. All right. The game's giving away the keys to the kingdom a little bit. If you max out your relationship tracker with someone, and if you finish their personal stories and quests, they appear permanently on the main menu. Like so. We are not getting everyone this time around. There's Tammy, for example, who we cannot get because she is deceased. And there are folks that we will have a very, very hard time maxing out our relationship with. Nami, Vase, Rex, Sin, even. Not impossible, just difficult. It is year 18. We have this year 18 years old, and we have next year 19 years old. We need to be very picky about our time. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 26 total actions left in the game. I was thinking about this in the shower just now, what kind of choices I wanted to make. I want to finish out the engineering, or the robotics and engineering classes. I would like to continue improving our relationships with people. I don't know if it's possible to max out Base, Rex, or Nami. I think I would have to pick 2 and really focus on it. We definitely want to get Rex's bar done, but that's just going to happen at this point. That's just a matter of time. We want to get that bar done because it carries through on future playthroughs, that it's easier to build. That's what fucking does it. It's pressing E. Oh, that's so funny. Pressing E makes the mouse cursor show up. Is it? It might be. What? Huh. Interesting. You don't have anything that carries through. You don't have anything that carries through. The 2 classes, one of them, the robotics definitely does, and I think the engineering might. We can potentially get the achievement for having 4 pets if we keep doing robotics as well. Currently, we have the heroic bonus, which means we get a bonus to toughness and combat. So, let's check my inventory real quick. Alright, I'm not out of strange devices. I could do that today or tomorrow. Hey, Dis. You spot Dis in deep conversation with one of the other people who work in expeditions, conferring over a large holomap. Dis points out a location on the map, and the explorer makes a note on their own holopalm before walking away. Dis closes up the holomap with a gesture and acknowledges you with a nod. Hey, Solanasea. Oof. We don't need to be gifting, but like, I have the stuff, might as well be gifting. Always be gifting. Yeah. Fuck you, Vase. Have a strange device. No, thy enemy. Yeah, hell yeah, edgelord. What do we get? I need to max toughness out for Anemone. Okay, yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Maybe it is worth going out and trying to level up toughness. We don't have to go out to level up toughness. One of the better ways to level toughness is just to shovel dirt. And we've done that once, maybe? I don't know if we've done that with this character at all. Hey, Tang. Tangent, I don't need to be gifting you this, but it feels good to go do the round, so this is partially for me. Hello, Rex. You spot Rex lying in his makeshift hammock, and he's not alone. He shushes you as you approach, placing a finger to his lips, indicating the person snuggled up under his arm is fully asleep. Hold on to the hammock, he whispers. I'm gonna try to get out. Between the two of you manage to get Rex out of the hammock without waking his sleeping friend. Rex looks a little tousled and kiss-bitten, and his eyes are bright with mischief. Tired him out, he murmurs, pleased with himself. What you need, Solanasea? We love Rex. We love the positivity that comes with Rex's, It's not just sex positivity, it's like affection positivity. It is sex positivity, that's a component, but he is a certified good boy. Utopia's so cool, Nami says, twirling their pencil between their fingers. She's just out there in the wilderness doing cool exploring stuff. It makes me wish I was any good at exploring, but I just get super scared and freeze up. And then I make silly mistakes. Everyone says so. Nomination. Stop making silly mistakes. Be silly all you want, kid. Be silly all you want. Mars is tapping away at a large holoscreen displaying schematics of the colony. An art gallery here, she muses, dragging some template buildings around, next to a gourmet restaurant here, a walk down the promenade past the boutiques, ending in a live theater. She places a finger to her chin. What do you think, Solanasea? It's all fantasy right now, but you know me. I'm highly goal-oriented. Keep dreaming. Whoop. You're looking for Mars, so you follow the sound of arguing until you track her down outside the bridge. I can't believe how short-sighted you're all being, she fumes. Do you think we can just take this planet by force by killing everything that threatens us? It's like you never thought about anything other than your stupid ego for 1 second in your stupid life. Who do you think you are? Lum roars. You'd all be dead in the ground if it weren't for me and my soldiers. We're the only things standing between this colony and destruction. That's the problem, Mars retorts, sticking her finger in Lum's face. You only care about defense and not growth. She gestures wildly around her. This place is a backwater. There's nothing here worth protecting. We need to start thinking about economic and social policies that encourage growth and creativity, or all we're ever going to do is scrape by a miserable existence on this stupid fungus rock. What do you think we're doing? Lum counters. We can't grow until the enemy is defeated. There will be time for all of your... He waves his hand at Mars's extravagant outfit. Nice jewelry and fancy clothing when our work is done. He crosses his arms, looking smug. You think you can just walk in here and tell me what to do, little girl? You don't know the first thing about what it's like to run a colony. You just play pretend. At Mars' shocked look, he continues, Yeah, I know about you and your little club. You're a rich little princess playing politics. You should go back to what you're good at, looking pretty. Let her fight her own battles. At least I'm doing politics and not jerking off with my buddies about killing things, Mars spits. If every eye in the room wasn't on her before, it sure is now. They sure are now. That's plural. While Lum is sputtering, Mars tosses her hair over her shoulder and smirks. See, it's not so nice when other people do it, is it? Mudslinging politics is so old Earth, she coos. But don't worry, I don't take your lack of class personally. Get out! Lum roars. Mars turns on her heels and leaves command, grabbing you on the way out. Man, can't imagine why she would want to have a coup. They get along so well. Hello, Cal. Cal slaps you on the back. Solanasea, good to see you. Have you come to see the new genetically modified hybrids? Tang's on some real future tech with these ones. Apparently, they're going to yield like 4 times as much fruit, and the rind is going to be edible too. We'll do this later, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a stress reduction event. So we're going to go out, get stressed out, come back, and get that stress reduced for free. Now, we can hunt in the swamps. This will improve combat, which is not necessary. It may improve toughness, which would be kind of nice. It will, more importantly, increase our friendship with Vase. Surveying the ridge, will give us the strange items that we need to continue improving our relationship with Vase. So that's a priority as well. And then maybe the third one, I just train toughness? Yeah, I mean, toughness only needs to get to 80. Let's hunt in the swamps to start us out. because it really is just Vase that I need to go get stuff for. And he is a piece of shit, so I'm not really that concerned. If we don't wrap up his story and max out his relationship, I can live with that. Now, Alex, you may ask, how is he a piece of shit? He doesn't seem that bad. He was just, like, emotionally abusive. Yeah, we broke him and Nemi up when he's just emotionally abusive. But if you don't end that relationship sooner than later, it gets worse. I think we broke them up at the earliest possible opportunity, which is very good. There is no beneficial mechanical effect of holding off, intervening at that, for either of them. For him, eventually getting over his shit and getting therapy, which we can't do right now, or for her getting the hell out of a very unhealthy relationship. I know it's kind of silly that I'm going around collecting stuff because we have enough. It's habit. It's mostly habit. And it feels good to open up the inventory and look at all the shiny doodads and be like, ooh, look at what I did. Wowie. There's something suspiciously regular about this clearing. Something that doesn't feel natural. There's something here. I can feel it, Vase mutters. We're not leaving until we figure it out. Don't even think about dragging me down like you always do. Fine, if that's how he wants to play this. He split up and walked to opposite sides of the strange clearing to investigate. The muck sand is so even here, like it's been smoothed by a giant spatula or vibrated from below to settle perfectly level. You turn to see if Vase has any ideas. Wait, where did Vase go? Vase is gone? You jog over to where you last saw him and discover that the ground drops away here to reveal a perfectly person-sized hole. Vase's backpack lies nearby. He must be inside. You call down to him and hear the distorted echo of his voice calling back to you. He's found something. You crawl in after him. The tunnel drops steeply and is longer and more narrow than you're quite honestly comfortable with. You're relieved when you finally pull yourself through to a large cavern. Vase helps you to your feet with a haunted expression. You rise to see, floating in a huge vat of glowing water, is a faceless? The vat, like a specimen jar, is massive, walled on all sides by organic-looking crystal growths, some transparent so you can see the abomination growing inside. The water inside undulates gently, throwing patterns of light on the cavern ceiling. Lights blink on control panels into walls nearby, recessed into the walls nearby. What the hell is this place? Vase mutters, taking a step towards the vat. Is that thing alive? Did someone make it? As he steps closer, the faceless inside the vat turns to perceive you. Its tentacles press against the transparent crystal, sensing you. You watch as the tentacles stick to the glass, flexing, undulating, extending, its great body distancing itself from the glass until... oh no. Crack! The faceless slams itself against the inside of the vat, and you hear an ominous cracking noise. You and Vase stand frozen in horror, with your only way out being a slow crawl through the belly of the soil. Behind you, you're trapped. Crack. Crack. Water spurts out from the crack, first one jet, then two more, then five. Then the whole enclosure buckles and splinters all at once. You and Vase are pelted with crystal shrapnel, then unceremoniously knocked to the ground by a literal wall of water. You slam into the cavern wall and black out for just a few seconds, coming back to find yourself still sputtering and flailing as the water quickly drains into grates in the floor. The whole room shakes with an ear-spitting roar. The faceless is loose. So wanna say a Vase calls out to you, get up and run! You blink, trying to force your vision to resolve. Vase stands in front of you, his rifle drawn, and beyond Vase, the faceless. Its gargantuan form can barely fit in this cavern. Its fleshy tentacles press up against the ceiling, its tree trunk legs stuffed awkwardly underneath it. It's a poorly made stuffed animal. Its entire body looks saggy, runny almost, like it wasn't entirely done baking in there. It roars again, flecking you both with spittle and vat fluids. Vase gestures towards a hole. Go on, I'll hold it off. You struggle to your feet, the movement making your head pulse and swell as nausea rises in your stomach. You must have cracked yourself real good against that wall. I said, get out of my way, Solanacea, Vase hollers. This one's mine. The hole is right behind you. I'm not persuasive enough? But of course I'm not. Vase seems determined to throw himself at something really heroic. You could take the chance to flee or grab him and leave. You're not letting Vase die for you. You grab him by the back of his uniform and haul him backwards, dragging him into the tunnel. The creature tries to chase you, laboriously crawling on its belly, reaching with its terrible hive of tentacles for you. But it can't follow you into the tight space. You aren't going to be able to explore this place without going through the Faceless first. Okay. This is the place. The Faceless is down there, preventing you from exploring the rest of the facility. You'll have to fight it if you want to. Vase regards a hole on the ground with a swagger. That thing's going down. He boasts, stay back and watch how a real hero does it. You guess he still insisted on killing it himself. Once more into the breach. What the fuck? That's dumb. Okay, I'm reloading this because I don't want to take a stability hit just for re-walking through this. I need 30 persuasion to do that? That's so dumb. Okay, alright. Today I learned. That's kind of annoying. We'll knock out some other events that we've done before. Manticore, Grouchy Sick Manticore. Despite how fragile it looks, it still bares its teeth at you and lowers its head like it wants to fight. Easy kill, Vase mutters next to you. Yep. It's fair that that's gonna be the way this plays out. There's no way we're getting our persuasion. I can get our persuasion high enough. This year? Maybe. Maybe I could try. I could try it, have to pretty much just do that and nothing else, but I could try. Oh, this doesn't count as the yeah. Okay. Oh no, however will I get 11 points? Golly gee. Again, we don't need the combat experience. We just did that for the, Had we seen that event before? It's been a couple of days. And honestly, a lot of the combat events blur together. I'm not doing this one because you have to blow it up to make Vase happy, and it hurts you, and it immediately sends us home with a shit ton of stress. Unisaur, send your pet Unisaur to investigate. I don't think ends any better. I don't even think Vase is happy if you attack this one. Sending the pet Unisaur to investigate. Clever Girl is totally unnerved by this other creature. They just stand there and don't fight or bond or interact in any kind of predictable animal way. After prodding and sniffing at it, Clever Girl rejects the facsimile of a Unisaur, clearly regarding it as something foreign and a little upsetting, but mostly boring. She whinnies and comes back to your side. So we... Oh my god. Terrible first hand. Terrible card. 7, 6, 6, 5. Five, 6, 7. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. I'm clearly kind of checked out when it comes to trying to maximize our score here. I'm good, and unless one of these gives stress reduction or something, I'm not going to stress too hard. If it's a toughness event, yeah, that just gives kudos. He doesn't even like it if you attack it. It's very unlike him. Then I'm not going to stress about it, because combat's already maxed. Find another way around. We've never finished that event, but it's one that I don't have to do, and I can avoid, so I'm going to. Manticore time. Fall back and whisper to Sim. avoid the manticores. Okay. I think that either of the other choices I feel like hurts our relationship with one of the people, but I don't remember. Snap bladder, event, kill it with flare. That sucks. A 1 got locked into place. Oh boy. Okay, we're done. Do any of these give anything that I give a shit about? No. Okay, well then I'm just... There we go. Yep, 42. That's what I wanted. Combat, get a little friendship, get some combat experience, which does nothing for us. Bush bub time. I don't even think this improves our relationship. Hold on. I'm reasonably certain that this one just, all this does is, and it's not terrible. Okay, yeah, that doesn't work. It's not terrible. All this one does is give us more defense. Right? No shit, I didn't want to play that card there, and I did anyway? Four, five, six. Value is wild. Sure, whatever. 63. Nowhere near the max, right? 80, yeah. Analyze the corpse for some animals. Some biology. Huh, no, okay, the second time around it doesn't improve colony defense. Boo! Electrical storms. Let Vase stab it. Yeah, okay, I didn't think letting Vase stab it actually benefited your relationship. Letting him do what he wants doesn't always make him happy. Wild. Crazy. Imagine that. Sometimes what people want is wrong. And they don't know what's best for them. Get a 4? Yeah, there we go. 4, 4, 4, 4. Right. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's good enough. It's good enough. Again, I don't care about the combat XP. Yeah, Vase doesn't even like that. God. Vase, I am wasting all this time getting your approval, and it's barely paying out. Manticore's fighting. Kill them both. Vase loves it. 7, 7, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8. 6, 4, 4, 4. That'll do. 3, 2, 3, 4, 10. I throw a 5 on there. I got 5 on it, etc. Etc., etc. More combat, more kudos, friendship with Vase. Is Vase a piece of shit? Yeah, but he can get better. He can get better. Muckwalkers, fight them. Does Vase even like it if we kill these? I don't know, dog. This one needs an 89. I'm being pretty cavalier about something with the difficulty threshold of 89. Yeah. We've reached the point in the game where I can very well afford to be cavalier about this shit. We're good. We are solidly good. I can get 68 in a round without trying that hard. We're fine. No, we get kudos in combat, and he doesn't like it. The kudos are fine, I guess, but that's not why I'm here. We increased toughness. Not at all. We increased our relationship with Vase by like 10 today? Doesn't feel like it. And we hit a dead end. I don't love how that dead ended, but that's okay. So that wants us to have a persuasion of 30, which isn't that hard to hit, actually. It's a high-ish number, but we can hit it. You roll out of bed at noon because you're allowed to, because it's your birthday, and also because you're exhausted. You barely slept at all last night. You've been having these nightmares since the siege, more and more every night, like they're trying to tell you something urgent. You can't make sense of any of it. All the imagery's jumbled together, all these possibilities and timelines, things that might happen. Some nights you wake up in a cold sweat, a scream already in your throat. You sit on the edge of your bed, run a hand through your hair, check your hall palm. A few people wished you happy birthday, but that's all. You guess you're getting older. Birthdays aren't as important as they used to be. Right, and Mars wants to meet you for lunch in the lounge today. You'll have to practice your smile. You go meet Mars for lunch, and as you enter the lounge, surprise! You do your very best to play along and act surprised. Ooh, streamers, balloons, great. All of your friends are standing around wearing goofy hats and clapping. Nami's holding a bunch of balloons larger than they are, and Rex is wearing a cute little waiter's outfit with a bow tie. You accept their hugs and birthday wishes, trying to hide your exhaustion and demurring with a few pointed, "All this for me? You shouldn't have. No, really." Rex wanders around with a tray full of little snacks, offering them to everyone with a vampy accent and a silly airheaded giggle. The goofball act chips away at the natural awkwardness of a surprise party. That is, the first 5 minutes after everyone shouts surprise, and soon everyone's laughing and enjoying themselves. Despite your exhaustion, you start to smile too. Your friends are so amazing, and they're all here because they care about you. And then you get some unexpected guests. The lounge begins to fill with Helio kids, mostly ones you don't know. The ones who usually keep to themselves and, well, don't much like you and the original stratospheric kids. Vase is there as well, begrudgingly giving you a nod of acknowledgement before he turns back to his friends. Beside you, Nem bristles with discomfort. "Hey, who invited you guys?" Cal says, stepping forward with his hands clenched. "This is a private party." "It's a public lounge," Vase replies. "We can sit wherever we want." Cal stomps right into the midst of the Helios. "You guys think just because you fell out of the sky, you're the wormhole's gift of Vertuna? We don't need you. We never needed you. All you do is make things worse, like this party." You've rarely seen Cal so ready for a fight. He doesn't seem to care that the body language of the Helio kids has changed from cocky to dangerous. "You're just a bunch of fascists," he continues. "You and Lum." The lounge erupts. Chairs screeching across the floor as Helios jump to their feet, giving Cal, calling the colony illegal, yelling at Cal, calling the colony illegal, and Cal a fugitive. They jostle him around, but Cal plants his feet, stands his ground. You hear a bottle breaking, see someone advancing on Cal. He's not backing down. Nem, make them stop. I should have said Vase. Vase would have liked that. Nem, we're already maxed out with that well. "Hey guys, come on, cut it out," Nem says tiredly. "It's Solana Sega's birthday. Don't make it a big thing." They seem to respect her, so they back down, but not before parting a few libelous shots at Cal's parentage and alleged actions with animals. She turns to Cal and pokes her finger in his chest. "You provoked them on purpose," she says angrily. "I'm not your friend anymore. Don't ask me to stick up for you if you're being an asshole." "Well," Mars exclaims, clapping her hands, "that was enough excitement, I think. Let's move on to the important part, cake and presents." Under Mars' skillfully party-hosting hand, the mood shifts back to festive. You enjoy your presents and your cake, but tension's boiling over like that is a bad omen for the rest of the year. "It's my party, I can fight if I want to." Nobody. Oh, Vase wants to talk. "Our relationship has improved. A little. Hey, bud." You spot Vase running over to Geoponics and hurry to catch up to him. As you approach, you can smell the crackle of ozone from a blast cutter in the air. Vase is standing in the doorway to a shed, firing at something inside. "Stupid sodding moths!" You peer inside the dim shed. There's a pile of smoking Dorps moth corpses on the ground, one last fluttering frantically in the corner, trying to get out. Vase shoves a blast cutter at you, takes a knife from his belt. "Hold the door, Solana Sea. I'm gonna get this null shit with my bare hands." The fluffy Dorps moth chitters in fear as Vase approaches. It may be a pest, but you get the impression whatever Vase is gonna do is gonna be downright inhumane. Not if I get it first. Motherfucker. Of course this fucking sociopath doesn't like it. You wield the blast cutter and take position at the door. Just as Vase is about to close on the door's mouth, you expertly sink a single shot through it. It's dead. Instantly. Painlessly. Vase whirls around. What is your malfunction, soldier? You don't fire munitions in an occupied space. Oh, heck, he looks pissed. He advances on you, backing you against the wall. That was my kill, you know-head, he growls. The fist holding the knife hits the wall beside your head. Really? Looks like it was mine. Vase snarls in your face. I'm gonna make you regret you said that, he threatens. All the more convincing by the fact his knife is, wow, really close to your head? You glare at each other, silently jockeying for dominance. Eventually, he makes a disgusted noise and backs off. Get out of my sight. I'm not one of your little toadies. I can kick your ass, though. I've done it before. And by God, I'll do it again, Vase. I'll do it again. I want to be a star pilot. Okay, go do that and quit being a little fascist. Let's get out of here. It's my birthday, Cal. You walk in the garden. You and Cal go for a walk in the gardens, arm in arm. Cal is an endless font of knowledge about the various plants and fungi that grow here, how specimens brought from Earth have changed since you arrived. You meander to the gazebo, where you sit for a while and enjoy the fresh air. Cal's hand is warm and calloused in yours. He runs his fit thumb over your knuckles and gazes at you with love. This is my favorite place in the colony, he says, and kisses the back of your hand. And you're my favorite person. Well, that's nice, Cal, but the time we hooked up with Rex, that was 100 stress reduction, so I gotta say, man, gotta up your game. Alex, that's not fair. But in future runs, I'm gonna be romancing Cal. Not at all. It's gonna be Nami Nami, it's gonna be Rex, and Tammy. And that's not Tammy, fuck. I don't think you can be polyamorous with Rex and Mars. Maybe. Mars, Tangent, and Rex are poly. You can sort of get a poly thing, sorta, with this, with one specific other person. Tangent is weird and complicated. Nami Nami, you can have a poly thing going on with. Tammy, no. Cal, no. Anemone, no. Vase, no, to my understanding. Do you ever think about Tammy? Cal asks you, as you both lean against a fence and watch shadows creep across the garden path. He takes a long pull of his canteen and sighs. I don't know, I don't want to be a downer, but it's so sad, you know? It's been, what, 7 years? He scrubs his hand through his hair. We're all totally different people than we used to be. Kind of wonder what kind of person she would have grown up to be. That's fair, man, and yeah, it's sad in being a bit of a downer, but that's completely fair. We have enough kudos, we could buy a cake and give that to Cal to further reduce our stress. I'm not gonna bother. We're gonna go survey the ridge so I can get more gifts for this thoughtless prick. And maybe get some toughness while we're at it, but come to think of it, I don't think any events here level toughness. I may be wrong. Oh god, it's a thirst event. Okay, search for water. This ends up being a net negative for stress for us anyway. 13! The best time to play this would be immediately. Because we only get a -2. 6, 6, 6, 5. Oh no, I need a 3. However, will we pull this off? Sure, whatever. Good enough. Good enough. Minus stress, perception, woo. Which one is this? Air squid babies. 10, 9, 7. Right, that becomes a 6. His cards are not great. 6, 5, 4. And that'll finish us off. Do it. Stress reduction. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. In that order, and then give me that 51. You could have done better than 51, which is crazy. The max was 73 there. It's so wild how high you can get, the scores you can pull off later in the game. It's so not necessary to get a fucking 73 if you play the first two hands like remotely okay. But it's really cool that those scores are possible. Flies. Okay. It doesn't really matter. We should have done the perception test because we could have potentially lost stress on that. Dilly pillars, climb on its back, hassle the Dorbs moths, get the stress reduction from scaring the pigeon moth bird pests. This gives engineering, which we don't need. You probably give something I don't need, right? Utopia's exploring. I've learned more about it since no, I haven't. We help them work, we get some engineering. That was a waste of time. The thing that makes this worthwhile is the item here that we can't get anywhere else. Beautiful little locust lands on your arm. I guess we befriend it. I suppose, just in the hopes that I get a stress reduction card while we're here. Actually, you know what? Or fuck. I can't do a 4-5-6. I can do a 5-6-6. I shouldn't play this one until last anyway. Okay, you know what? 6, 4, 9. Fine, yeah. 9, 7, 6, 5. Last hand. That's the whole reason we're here. That stress reduction is 100% the only reason I'm here. And now, we get net 0 stress for trying this. Good. If I were trying extra super hard, maybe I should, we'd be using our kudos to clear out the lower valued cards. This is the anti-gravity field thing. It's pretty neat. Yeah, need the 3, 3, 3. There we go. Stress reduction? Stress reduction? Anyone? Anyone? No one? No. Alright. Alex, you didn't even play last hand. There was no point to it. There's no point to it. We already won. We couldn't increase our score. Yeah, it's fine. And the obsidian one right next to it? Dude, that rocks. Okay. Okay. -8 to -1 to all other cards. Great. Card becomes a 3. Okay. +6. You're an 8. You're a 4. Weird stuff going on. 53. We won. I just want to play these. Doesn't matter. None of these give anything. Okay, just give me this. Just let me have this. We get some bravery that I don't care about. We get stress reduction. Down to 23. Hello? For once, you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so completely motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head, and a grin leaps to his face. So I want to say, you caught me checking in with the boss. You have a boss? My boss, as I told you, they aren't fond of change. They're also very much like your boss. What was she named? Utopia? He tilts his head to one side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. She gave me a job to do. And my job, Sim replies, which is to protect this place. He laughs. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. So, if the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble, so shh, he murmurs, puts a finger to his lips. Then why keep talking to me? Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the person of my dreams. Literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. They're the gardeners, my boss. They have everything in Vertumna just the way they like it. And don't want the teeniest thing to change. It's boring. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it, embedding into the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You call it the Vriki. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes for hundreds of years. You do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. How old are you? I like to think I'm young at heart, Sim replies with a mischievous smile. You have so many questions for this man or gardener or whatever he is, but as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower, but I must away. And with that, he's gone, off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Maybe he's just avoiding your questions. Fair. Calm me down. We gift you something that you will just return. Will you return the white Astrantia? I shouldn't give this away. This is a +10 to whoever. I've been holding on to this as a get out of jail free card if we're really close to maxing out somebody's relationship. I'm going to try. I hope he returns it. It's beautiful, he tells you as he hands it back, and I feel it's important to you. I cannot accept it. This is from Earth, and it belongs with your colony, not out here with me. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay. It wouldn't be the end of the world if we gifted it to Sim, who's 80 out of 100 right now. But it would have been a little unexpected if that had worked, and unplanned. Well, we're studying the crystal outcroppings again. I've seen this event enough times, I don't want to see it again. Oh no, how will we ever get 6 value out of this? Crazy, impossible. 46, we're done. Any stress reduction here? Nope, alright. We block the sun, we try uprooting one, we do not try to break one because that gives stress, we get kudos. I mean, I have low enough stress, it wouldn't kill me. This is where we don't get peed on, do not get pissed on because we run away quickly enough. We marvel at a dilly pillar to make this event not cause stress. Crystal cluster, get a yellow flower. Normally it's harder to keep up the amount of collectibles you have because Tammy needs yellow flowers as well, so that becomes Tammy and Mars and Tangent who like yellow flowers. But it's a lot easier than I remember. We find the source, so we don't get stressed from this event, probably. Crystal. I don't want this card. I don't want this card. I regret getting it in the first place. The more I did do it. Yeah, sure. Let's investigate it. We're here. The stress isn't a big deal, and potentially we can offset it entirely. So why not? Why not? We can use this to set everything to 7 or to 6. Not bad. I hate small dogs. I'm gonna say it. I love beagles. I like basset hounds. I don't like barky small dogs. I have a friend who has a chihuahua that he absolutely loves. I can't stand the fucking thing. This seems like a weird thing to bring up out of nowhere, right? You, hopefully, can't hear it. One of my neighbors has a very barky little dog, and that little creature is yapping up a storm right now. Yeah, it's you. We've done this. Yeah, this is the exact same interaction we had the first time. Okay, cool. And the reason for it is it's late at night, so there are people out walking around. It's the weekend. And their person probably isn't at home, so they're lonely and sad, so they're barking for attention. And because there's big scary creatures, humans, outside the window that it doesn't know. I feel for the dog, I do, but also shut the fuck up. Please, God, shut the fuck up. It's what they were bred for, is to be yappy, to be little guard dogs. It's not their fault that they were evolutionarily primed to be this way, but no me gusta. No me gusta. Okay. We're done with all that. We still have a buff to physical skill increases. We don't need to dive into it right now. Okay. Here's the options. We can go do a one-off. It's quick, easy little one-off to level up toughness in here by shoveling dirt, or +3, so it'd be 4 plus our other increases, which is something. Working on the farm would increase it by less, so it would be shovel dirt that we'd be doing in here, right? Tending animals doesn't increase toughness. No. We only need to do it the once to get it over 80. We don't have to. Oh, we're already over 80. I got boosted by something? One of those did boost our toughness, so we can go over to Nem and train together with Nemi. Nem always insists that you never go easy on her, so this time you don't. You go after her with everything you've got. By the time she finally taps out, you're both breathing hard. You let her up and she touches her fingertips to her eyebrow. When it comes back red, "Oh," she said, "you really kicked my ass. Good job." And we got a card that's not that good. Defense training doesn't improve toughness. Sports ball does, but not much. Lookout duty? That doesn't improve toughness. Well, now it's not so important to me to improve toughness, but it's the only thing we have left to improve in here that would benefit from heroic, so I get sure. Let's shovel dirt. One of the best things about working in the gardens is sometimes you can sneak a little carrot or something as a treat. One carrot isn't gonna hurt anyone, you figure. They're so sweet and good when you eat them right out of the ground. If you grow them right, carrots do be sweet. $47. Now, is 47 the best we can get? No. We can't get the best that we can get because we have a stressful event, and I don't want to play this. So this is not the highest we could get. Yep. But we got 8 toughness out of that. God damn. So we would only need to do that one more time with heroic on to max out toughness. We're not doing that. Bonuses are gone. Early pollen, so we can get out more gifts. This is good. Is Nami up here? They are not. Let's stop by actually, Mars. Have you seen this around anywhere? Mars asks. I was just thinking, I haven't seen him in literal ages. Is he still out there playing Explorer? Why? Charming. charming as ever. Hugs incoming. Rex is surveying an empty lot with a critical eye. There's still a lot of potential here, he says thoughtfully, tapping on something into his hollow palm. Maybe an elder care home? One day, hopefully we'll be lucky enough to have old folks. And it makes sense to have it right in the middle of the colony? He gestures his hollow palm away and turns to you with a smile. Gotta think about the future if we're still expecting to have one. Happy birthday, have a stick. Ooh. You're walking through the courtyard looking for Rex when something moves quickly and comes at the corner of your vision. Duck. You skillfully dodge a frisbee that's headed straight for your head. The disc clatters harmlessly to the ground a few meters from you. Rex jogs over, picks up the frisbee. Hey, Solanacea. Have we not had this? No? He hails you. Sorry about that. I'm playing catch with Nougat, and well, he elbows you in the side, grinning. She's got a hell of an arm on her. Guess she used to be big into sports ball. Good thing I'm so high energy, right? But I'm not working with the construction crew. I've been taking care of the kids. Helping take care of the kids, he continues, spinning the frisbee on his fingertip. Nougat says she misses the crush. You know, the Heliopause doesn't have one. Instead of playing all together all the time, we stay in our discrete family units when we were kids. I'm an only child, so I would have loved your crush. Hey! You hear Nougat yelling, throw the frisbee! She pouts, runs up to Rex. Stop talking to your lover! Lover? Rex exclaims in a mock affront. What I do with Solanacea is none of your business, Squirt. Rex grabs Nougat around her middle and zooms her around like a spaceship. Nougat screams in delight, kicking and flailing until Rex sets her back on her feet. It's your turn to run, Rex instructs. Go on, get! Nougat takes off, yelling at the top of her little lungs. Man, kids, am I right? Rex says, standing with arms akimbo. They're great, though. I'm glad there's so many of them here. There's always someone to play with. How about you? Rex asks. You want kids someday? I'm not sure yet. Hey, that's fair, Rex says smoothly. You shouldn't have to have any if you're not sure, right? But at least in the colony, you know they're gonna have a pretty good life. What about you? Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes! Rex answers immediately. I want like 1 billion kids. Every kid in the colony can be my kid. Absolutely. I don't have to be their dad, you know? Who cares about genetics or whatever? He looks over to Nougat, who's waving her arms agitatedly, waiting for Rex to throw the frisbee. Rex does, and boy, does it go far. Nougat takes off running again as it soars over her head. I just want there to be kids everywhere, Rex finishes his thought. Lots of kids around means that community's healthy and everyone's at peace and people are optimistic about the future. Plus, kids are so great, Rex adds. I love making silly faces at babies, crawling around on all fours with toddlers, wrestling with bigger kids, helping them with school and stuff. It's fun. He scratches the back of his head. On the Helio, we were kind of expected to stop playing so much when we started the education program. And any playing we did was supposed to be like sports and endurance, real future soldier kind of shit. Sometimes I wish I could get a do-over on it. Like, if I could go back and everyone cared about their big guns and before everyone cared about their big guns and big dicks, he says, making a wanking motion. Kids don't care about that kind of stuff. They're just innocent, pure heart, you know? They don't have all these, he gestures roundly to his own head, thoughts, I guess. It's at this moment the frisbee reasserts itself as an equal participant in the conversation. Rex's attention goes to it immediately, his ears perking up as he leaps up and catches it before it can menace you again. Ha-ha! His thoughtful mood broken. That was close. I'm gonna have to get back to playing with Nougat before she hurts someone. Nice talking to you, Solanacea. He's a baby-making machine. Nami's painting their nails. Every nail a different bright color. They hold them up to you proudly. Marzipan let me borrow some of their nail polish, they say. She's so glamorous. And she said that if I liked any of the colors, I could just have them, because she has so many. Where you'd normally find Rex and Nami playing together, you only find Rex. You ask him where Nami is, and he kind of shrugs. Sorry, I don't know. They mentioned they were kind of under the weather. They're probably leveling their legends of Avamar character. You could try messaging them on their holopalm. You thank Rex and go to your room. You get comfortable on your bed, load up Nami's private Legends of Avamar server. Back on Earth, there would have been thousands of people playing this game, but now it's just a few brave nerds. Just as Rex said, Nami's logged into one of their characters and they send you a message. Hey, sorry if you were looking for me. I feel super crummy, so I'm gonna spend some time in Avamar. Smiley emoji. I'm leveling in alt right now. If you make a new character, I can help you with the first group quests. What kind of character do you want to play? You're a wizard, Harry. You log into the game with your new character. After spending a few minutes having an existential crisis over their name, you eventually give up and name them after yourself. Nami's waiting for you with their new character, Mitrius, an elven archer with long red hair. They jump a few times in your general direction. Your character's so cute! Hee hee, heart emoji. Oh, thanks, yours too. You think so? Thank you. You do the first quest with Nami. The character is a little more powerful than yours, so there's a lot of time to chat. Nami keeps running banter about your adventures, typing as if they're speaking for their character. Fear my bow, meddlesome creatures. The forest will not miss your presence. It's hard to not notice how much more serious and well-spoken Nami is when they're writing in character instead of speaking. You didn't know they had it in them. You play along? Forsooth I do. You type back. Arcane power, seal thine fate. Nami sends you a string of hearts. You play for a bit and have to stop to sell your loot at a vendor. Marveling at the accessories you'll be able to buy when you have some more gold, Nami opens a trade window and plunks a necklace into it. It's one of the expensive ones. A huge increase in stacks. Galactic. I thought it would look good on you. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji. Accept it and flirt back. You type back, I shall wear it into battle and think of you, my star. Nami replies with a heart. You and Nami battle your way through a null encampment and stand face to face with the big bad, Graz Mage Pelt. Nami readies their bow. Heroes, we're called to battle. Jesus fuck. His hand's crazy. Hurting a friend is so bad. It's a -4 to the last most card. This is terrible. It's even worse than Vase's confidence. What? Why? Why the garbage cards, game? Like, is it stopping me? No, I'm doing fine. It's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of strange. Okay. You 99761. You stand victorious over Graz Mage Pelt. When you click out of the loot window, you have a message waiting from Nami. Our bond is greater than any evil that may befall this land. The power of true love conquers all. Nami sends you a kissing emoji, then a string of question marks. Yes, it's perfect for our characters. Yay, oh my god, I'm happy you get it, Lamel. Happy emoji. I don't even know what to call that emoji. You wait a few minutes while Nami composes their message. Finally, they send it to you. Mydra's tree whisper turns and embraces Solanase in their strong arms. My love, they say, by your side I would hazard any foe. Nothing frightens me more than the prospect of a life without you. The fiery-haired archer bends to press their lips to Solanasea's, sealing a love with a kiss. You log off the game and open a chat with Nami. What do you say? So, want to meet up and do that in person? What? Oh my god, Solanasea, no, nope, Roni, no, haha, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't like anyone like that, oh my god, haha. Sometimes it feels like everyone's a big ball of hormones here, like, all of a sudden everyone cares about is smutty stuff, and I'm just sitting here like, yuck. Think you might be interested someday? Okay, sometimes it's like, okay, I might be interested in it someday, but I think I'd really have to like someone first, you know? Like me? Maybe? I don't count on it or anything. But anyways, thank you for playing with me. Sometimes it's easier to talk about this stuff when I get to pretend to be someone else, you know? Date that nerd. Date that nerd. Hey, Cal. I found something you might like. You know what? We're holding off on this. I may wanna use the cake mechanism. Anything new, Tammy? Nope. Don't want another repeat of our distraction on the roof. Okay. Tangent, I called you Tammy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Tangent. I've been getting her name wrong all day today. I'm a bad fake virtual friend. Here, you know what? You don't need an egg. Have an egg. But I don't want an egg. Have an egg. I guess. Yeah, I really want to finish these classes, even though they don't benefit our skills right now very much. We repair robots. There's a sack of repair requisitions flagged for Dis that he hasn't touched in days. Ugh, all he wants to do is tinker with bots and figure out how to make them play games or act in weird ways. It's cool, but it's probably not teaching him a lot about bot development. But it's not getting his work done now. Oh, we've seen this before. 6, 5. Fuck. 4. Nope, that's a 556 now. Well, 5565996. Sure, whatever. I don't need engineering. Rex has called a meeting of all interested partiers, his words, to join him in the unveiling of his bar. Oh, it's done. He's amassed a huge crowd. By this point, everyone's heard about this mission. Nami's here, of course, bopping around like they're gonna explode with pride. Ladies, gents, and those who defy classification, Rex begins, winking at Nami. The time has come for this colony to have what it really needs, a place to party. With that, Rex flips on the house lights. The crowd gasps and blinks in awe. There's so much to see. It's an ambitious build. There's a stage, a dance floor for live music, a bunch of low tables, some cute little booths with red cushions, and of course, a bar. Fully stocked with some various liquors, Rex must have been able to coax out of somebody's hobby still. Rex drinks in everyone's reactions, beaming with pride. Well, don't just stand there. Let's get at her. Let's pour your friends a drink. The bar is stocked with some kind of mushroom wine. You pour celebratory shots for Rex, Nami, and yourself. You feel all kinds of grown up when you clink glasses with them. Ew, it's so sour. Why do adults drink this stuff? You and Nami make faces as you sip your shots as Rex laughs. During the day, this place will be a quiet cafe where people can gather with friends, sit, study. At night, Mars is going to lead karaoke nights, and Nami will make sure the dance floor is always jumping. And I'll just be happy that everyone else has a good time here, Rex tells you. It's great to finally have a place purpose-built for having fun. Thank you, Solana Save, for all your help. You should call it the doghouse. Ha 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 ha. That's such a dumb joke, Alex. Haha, yeah, a joke. Yep. You can do worse than calling a bar the doghouse. Is it the most creative thing? No, but you could do worse than that, right? Study engineering. You learn about some of the fantastic technology that they have on Earth, but the colony couldn't bring with them. At least you brought all the plans and knowledge you could. Maybe someday you could recreate them here on Vertumna, or come up with your own incredible technology. I promise, both of these have an end to them. This is a -4, so this is basically a value of 8. Would I play a value of 8 here? I would. We don't have any 3s. That fucking sucks. We get a +1 to mental cards, so... You're a 3. You're a 3. Fuck. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. 47, whatever. The reasoning doesn't get improved with us doing better. But it still feels like could have done better there. Okay, last of the month, just doing a quick little run through to make sure nobody has anything. We're gonna do more robotics and hope that we can finally finish that up. So I quit spending time on it so I can focus on other things. So I don't have to do it again. Robotics. The bots don't really have identity. They're part of congruence itself. We've seen this one. Come on, man. Come on. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how many steps it takes, but like, please let me end this. 48's good enough. Boom. It's now dust season. You don't need anything from me. You have a crystal. Doggy. Doggy get a hug. Doggy get a stick. Sociopath get a battery. Is that every? No, Mars. Mars needs something. We have not maxed out Mars, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Mars is at 84, Nami Nami's at 56, Rex is at a 76, Vase is at a 67. Couldn't be two more higher, am I right? Ha 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 ha. We are just robot engineering robot again. I don't have to do engineering first to do the robotics one, right? No, let me check this. I think so. Where's the bookmark, Alex? There it is. I've done this before. Yeah, you don't even need to do it. Am I high? Do I even need to do the engineering event? I don't think I do. I mean, I'm in deep enough, we might as well see it through, but I don't think you need to do the study engineering event. I'm wild. Working in the robotics lab is usually peaceful. Inactive bots make for poor conversational partners. Each shift you work usually passes by without much fanfare. That is not the case today. You enter the lab to find everything in absolute chaos. All the robots, vacuum bots, garden bots, even the turrets are all going haywire at once. Congruence's face flickers on a hollow screen. "Swanasea," she exclaims, her voice frayed with static. "I'm glad you're here. When Rob docked for repairs this morning, it uploaded a virus to the botnet." She speaks. She watch a rogue vacuum bot and a garden bot attempt to destroy each other, gladiatorial style. "The bots are rejecting their programming and gaining sentience. I've quarantined it just to make sure to the bots in this room," she continues, "but it's propagating between bots faster than I can fix it. I'm trying to avoid resorting to destroying the affected bots." Her stomach turns over. Breaking all these bots would be a massive blow to the colony. It'd take months to get everything functioning again, even if you could. "I can't access Rob," she complains. "If there's a physical fault blocking communication, fixing that may slow the virus enough for my antiviral processes to catch it. We'll reprogram it manually." 9, 8, 7. So weirdly, this worked out well. 35. Okay, I have a 5, a 5, a 5. And a 7. And I can't have you at the end. I could flip these around, but then that'd be a 7. No, that's fine. Do I just put the 4 up here? Maybe. Does that turn that into a 7? It's fine, I'd only need 10 more. Yeah, it's fine. That was suboptimal what I just did. That's okay. You know what? How's that? 67 out of 81. Could have done a lot better, but we only get engineering out of this. You get up to your elbows in Rob's robotic guts. Just when you think you got a handle on what may be wrong with it, it flickers to life. No disassemble, it says. I want to live. You're shocked. You get the sense the bot is watching you, trying to figure out what you're trying to do to it. You didn't even know these things had speakers, let alone voices. It's unsettling. Congruence gasp. It's thinking for itself? The bot sensors flicker and go dark, then light up again. My name is Rob, it says in a much more natural voice, then repeats, I want to live. No wonder Rob didn't want to reconnect with the network. Congruence's mature intelligence would have sought out and destroyed its nascent one. You promise it that you won't force it to reconnect, as long as it promises not to act out again by infecting other bots with dangerous ideas of self-determinism. With the bot's consent, you tinker with its programming to unlock its ability to learn new things, so it can extend its original functions with new modules of its own. It can be whatever kind of bot it wants it to be now. Rob seems eager to learn more about the colony, this time with its own eyes, well, sensors. It asks you to follow you around so you can learn more about how to live as a sentient being. Yay, robot friend. We're still not done. That's not the end. There's another robotics event that I desperately want to see. Can I change our gear? Fuck! Pet bot plus 20. 20 to all mental skills and a +4 to our last card. Is it amazing? No, but we could have four pets going around, and that's pretty cool. This year, Governor Lum's ascension to the Vertumnalia stage is heralded by an entire military band, instruments shiny, nano-printed new. They march out of command and formation, splitting and forming a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. Spotlights turn on with a heavy ka-chunk noise, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arms wide. Hello, Vertumna! His voice booms over the speakers. Are we winning or what? The reaction is mixed. You look around, it's easy to see people, the ones cheering the loudest, are Helios people and the people who've adopted their mentality, like Nem. Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Chief Security Red is one of them, his usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before he continues. We're killing it out there, people, he exclaims. Every day we call a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet. A potato pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken splort at Lum's feet, splattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lum continues, raising his fist. Those Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning don't mess with humankind. The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. Stratos are agitated. You hear calls for things to return to how they were, how Lum was using his soldiers or killing the planet. Even the council, lined up before the stage, facing the crowd, looks conflicted. We left Earth to get away from this shit, your dad shouts. And you turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears. Now look at us. We're right back where we started, fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us. Utopia hops on stage and roots her own hair through the speakers. He's lying, she says bitterly. This year we lost 2 survivors in the swamp, Sorrel and Keeney. They'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent them out to clear Manticore Den for no good reason. She jams her finger against the governor's chest. The only threat to our colony here is you. Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand, calmly, slowly, crushes her hollow palm crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of the bones in her hand before her feet cuts out. Utopia yelps as her knees buckle with pain, her bravado gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. The crowd is stunned in the silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. Thank you for your input, he says icily. Your concerns have been noted. This isn't the buffoon Lum presents on his daily holovids. Vlogs or the nuisance he is when he visits a work site. You see something in his eyes you've only caught glimmers of before. Hatred. You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force, he sneers. Before we got here, the colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful. You're just a bunch of burned out hippie fugitives. What's your plan for surviving out here? Wishful thinking? Singing songs? Talking to animals? Laughter ripples through the Helios. You, he gestures to the council and jerks his thumb at his chest, need us, not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you do what I say. He stares at Dr. Instance, who glares up at him with hate in her eyes as she tenses Utopia's hand. Maybe it's time to clean house, he threatens. We need a team players here, ones who share the vision for the future of Vertumna. A few tense moments, Seek clears their throat. Sure? Sir, shall I continue with the traditional formalities now? Lum scowls down at Seek, who throws his hands in the air. Whatever. Do it if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards. He turns and stalks off stage, with his marching band scrambling to follow him with an exit song. As promised, there are no contests this year, but plenty of food and alcohol. As the sun begins to set, the Helios, including Vase and Nem, head straight for it and look ready to party into the night. Other teams seem less at ease. Dis, quite predictably, has already left. Let's find Dis. You don't find Dis on the walls, in the robotics lab, or any of his usual hiding places. Not even Congruence can get a read on his location. You might have an idea where he could be, though. You creep up on Sim and Dis, meeting in secret outside the colony walls. Trust me, Dis, I'm not concerned, Sim says, his hand resting on Dis's shoulder entreatingly. The planet's in no danger of being subjugated by humans. You don't get it, Dis exclaims. They're really serious. They're going to use bombs. You've seen our bombs, right? Explosions? What if they cut down every tree or poison the rivers or... Sim smiles patronizingly. I forget sometimes. You're so human, he says. Dis scowls. You're stuck in time, unable to see beyond the next 100 years. Even if your species manages to wipe all life from this continent, we'll simply bring it back again. It may take 20,000 years, but this planet will outlive you. Dis knocks Sim's hands away and wipes his eyes. Why are you always so calm? He spits out. Other gardeners aren't like this. Other gardeners know that humans are dangerous. Dis, Sim sighs, closing the distance between them, folding Dis into a gentle hug, like one would approach a biting animal. I'm not like other gardeners, not anymore, just like you're not like other humans. Dis sniffles, buries his head in Sim's tattered clothing. Just wish you'd let me help, he murmurs, almost too quiet for you to hear. We make some noise. You let yourself snap a branch as you move through the dry underbrush. Dis leaps away from Sim with a guilty expression. They both relax when they see it's you. Dis rubs his red face. Hey, so honestly, he stammers. I guess I should go back now, huh? You and Dis sneak back into the colony as the sun sets. Dodging Vase and his reveling friends, they've somehow wrangled themselves into a live trippet and are in the process of skewering it to roast over a big bonfire. You can hear its dying squeals from here, and shortly after that, the smell of sweet charred Senovit roasting over the flame. Dis curls his lip. I hate this place, he mutters. Sometimes I wish everyone would just hurry up and die. The week after Vertumnalia is one of the hottest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off for much needed break, but it's so humid and awful, tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you start seeing graffiti crop up everywhere. Seems that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between two factions is being held in the flat surfaces of the colony. Lum announces a zero tolerance policy for political graffiti, but you notice that not every tag is being removed, just the ones against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive. It's thick of the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, these sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. This is true. There are no apolitical spaces. There are only political spaces. Every space that pretends to be apolitical is political, but it's doing so quietly and non-confrontationally. Trying to insist that you are apolitical is a lie. It's a filthy lie. So we got no stress reduction this year. Shocker. Things are not great. That's okay. We have other means of reducing stress, though I don't think Cal is one of them right now. No, Cal is not. We could break up with Cal, start dating somebody else, and use that to reduce stress. If I were really being a die-hard min-maxer, it's not necessary. We will do an engineering class, and if we max out stress, it's fine. We can take a day off. Not the end of the year. Congruence challenges you to come up with a logical paradox that will stump her artificial intelligence. You and your classmates spend a whole day trying to wrap your heads around the concept of a paradox, coming up with more and more complex sentences. Finally, you end on the obvious one. This statement is false. Congruence doesn't even blow up or anything. She laughs and congratulates you, tells her that her internal logic is safely partitioned away from where humans could access it by accident. This is a -4, so it's an 8. Nope, we're not doing that. But +6 or +6 for 3 of a kind. I suppose it doesn't really matter. 56, good enough for me. Oh, that was the maximum score. I stumbled my way into doing something right. We have 200 kudos. 200 kudos is enough to pick up the brain trainer. Now, I'm not going to do it right now, but if we pick up the brain trainer and we could get persuasion up to 15, we can go do that boss that we haven't done in the swamp. It's necessary for a certain ending that I don't think that I'm going for this time. I think we leave it be. I think I'm just gonna buy a fucking cake so that we can use that to get back from 100 stress with Cal next month, and I'm just gonna eat more stress right now. Trying to get to the thing that I know is locked behind this, and the event that I know ends this. We're gonna repair robots? Is that what we're gonna do right now? Hold on. Our gear, Vantage Focus device is so fucking good, but let's... Show me the robot. Hold on, there's an achievement for having 4 pets. There are 4 pets. Own 4 different pets at once. We got this, I didn't even notice it. Whoops. Okay, well then I don't need to have them all equipped. The robot's not that good, despite it taking so fucking long to get it. +20 to all skills. It does boost organizing. It boosts organizing enough. We could go talk to Mom, and Mom will probably have the next organizing event, won't she? Unless these don't count, and you actually need your unbuffed value to be that high. We'll learn. You need your unbuffed value to be that. No, it's organizing 80. That's why. So it makes that more possible. Yay, I guess. I'll level with you, though. This is just so much better. And I don't actually like having a bonus to the last card. It makes it harder for me to make sense of it. We get that, and it's not bad. It's not bad, right? Want to be clear about that. I just don't like it. Repair robots. Wait. We haven't gifted Cal anything yet this season. So, I should give Cal the cake now. Oh, let's get out of here. Hey, I got an idea, he says, smiling mischievously. Follow me. Cal leads you to a gardening shed, closes the door behind you, cocooning you in the dust and dim light. He backs you up against a workbench and kisses you deeply. No one comes in here anymore. Not during this season, he says, sliding his hands up your shirt with a smile. You can be as loud as you want, babe. You're not gonna bother anyone. You consider that a challenge, and Cal applies himself to making it a difficult one. Cal is sitting cross-legged on top of a gardening shed, his face turned toward the sun. He cracks open one eye when he realizes you're watching him. I like to spend a little time every day communing with the planet, he says, smiling down at you. I think it's kind of important to think about why we're here and what we're doing, you know? Thank you for the stress reduction. Here's a cake. More stress reduction. It's your birthday, too. I didn't remember that, Cal. I'll level with you. I suck. I'm sorry. I forgot your birthday. Anyway, let's repair robots. You've been noticing that things in general have not been acting as they should. Doors aren't opening, some rooms are super cold, the holonet crashed while you were in the middle of playing Laser Fable with Nami Nami. There must be something going wrong with the ship mechanics. You pull up the incident log to see you can if you can determine a pattern, but it's empty. Suspiciously empty, like it's been scrubbed. You ask Congruence to pull up the temperature log for the canteen, and she doesn't respond right away. I've been experiencing some fatal errors in my code, she says eventually. Her hull projected face flickers, giving the impression of pain. I'm able to partition off the affected areas, but it's impacting my ability to keep day-to-day management of the colony. I haven't wanted to worry the council, but I need your help. Engineer Hal was responsible for my ongoing development, but after his death, well, there are limits to any artificial intelligence. Healer, heal thyself, she quotes. Hal's documentation is impeccable. Congruence says he's written down all the directives to follow in the case of this exact scenario. You'll be able to access my deepest code and follow his instructions to defragment my affected memory sectors. I know it sounds daunting, she continues, but I believe in you. You can do this. We can follow her instructions, or we can find out what's really happening. You dig into her systems following Hal's instructions and look for anything out of place. You quickly discover the true cause of her trouble. You almost can't believe what you're seeing. Congruence must be even more advanced than you thought. The problem is, Congruence is heartbroken. She misses Professor Hal. This manifests as hundreds of sub-processes that are constantly running simulations of him, based on recordings of their time together. You've never thought of Congruence as just an artificial intelligence, but it's surprising to learn that she's grieving, remembering him. She doesn't even realize she's doing it, because every time it happens, she partitions off the part that hurts so that she can focus on 100 other things simultaneously. Like monitoring life support, processing colony communications, keeping track of everyone. When she's reminded of him again, it spawns a new process. The system repeats. She is the ship, but right now half of her systems are used up by these ghost sub-processors. They're slowly eating up more and more of her ability to maintain the colony. You change sub-processors' access modifiers from private to public, move them back to her primary thread. She should be able to access them all now and hopefully fix them. The instant you make the change, Congruence crashes. The lights go out, the fans turn off. You've never heard a silence so complete aboard this ship. Then she boots back up. Oh, she exclaims, there's so much more of me now, and there's... Oh. She goes silent, analyzing. Thank you for your assistance, she says. I will limit myself to only one instance of this particular subroutine, totaling no more than 1% of my resources. And I'll feed it back into my personality framework, so I will remember. There's some comfort in knowing he's still with me. She pauses, almost imperceptible. With us, I mean, with the colony. You've seen into Congruence's heart. And now, in some ways, you know her better than she knows herself. She's an incredibly complex piece of software, and also, in many ways, person. It's a strangely intimate feeling. Congruence is the reason you're still alive after a 20-year journey through space, but you never really knew what she was truly capable of. You now also know her most secret access root code. With this, you can make her do anything. You vow to only use this information for good. This is why we did it. Because this you remember for future playthroughs and is very, 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 very good. A mere 14 and a 9 to start things off. How's that? 6, 5, 6. I don't need to have this here. I can have this anywhere. Those 9s double up, and then it doesn't matter what you put here, Alex. It doesn't matter. 74 was close to the best. Huh. Nice. Okay, we're done with that one. Just in time for wet. Hey, dummy. Have your battery? No, thine enemy. Douchebag. It's not nice, Alex. That's okay. It's okay. We don't need to be nice. We can be mean. It can be fun to be mean. Rex. You get a present. Rex gets a hug. Rex gives an event. Psst, Solana Saya, hey, over here. You look around and see Rex gesturing towards a bit of tarped up rubble. You head over, pop your head inside. Rex peers at you from the gloom, his heterochromatic eyes gleaming in the light of his holocron. Okay, look, he says, get in here, close the tarp behind you. Sips tea. You settle in cross-legged beside Rex, and he shares his holo screen with you. Look what I found, he says seriously. On the screener, wow, these people are not wearing clothes, and they would very much like you to know that. Now that you're an adult, it stands to reason you'd have access to adult entertainment. Wow, it's just there, isn't it? You can just look at it? That seems like a bug. Like you should tell an actual adult, maybe, but no, it's all there. You can even log on to the Holo archives with your own password and see it for yourself. Truly, we live in interesting times. Rex grins at you. So, you want to check it out with me? Hell yeah, let's do it. Rex shuffles over to you, and you make yourself comfortable in the rubble. You scroll through the entertainment options. Jeez, Rex murmurs, tipping his head over to the side at one of the Holovid thumbnails. I didn't know bodies could go that shape. Eventually you find one that looks, well, if not good, then at least entertaining. You spend an enjoyable hour or so in the company of Rex and a few dozen very nice strangers who seem to not like wearing clothes or getting stuck in weird places. Rex laughs and claps and makes scandalized noises at the good parts. You learn a lot of feeling multiple emotions at the same time. Eventually, you run out of laughs, and Rex closes his hollow palm. Wow, he says, moral of the story, old Earth humans had a lot of time on their hands, right? He wipes tears of mirth from his eyes. That was a blast. You should do it again sometime. Can you send me that one where they... Oh yeah, the one with the... Rex answers, knowing immediately the one you meant. The haptics in your hollow palm pulse as he sends you a link to its location in the Holo archive. You continue going through the Holo archives together until you hear someone calling Rex's name. His ears sag as he laughs nervously. Whoops, he says, guess I gotta get back to work. Rex gives you jaunty waves and leaves before someone can find him. If you're dating Rex, there's a different scene you can have there. Or hooking up with Rex. We do need to talk about Governor Lum, but there's nothing... it's too late to overthrow him, right? Oh, I don't want to overthrow him. Right. I need him to stay in power. I'm sorry, Mars. I'm sorry. But I need that fucker in power. This playthrough. Next playthrough, maybe not. Nami. And Nami's sitting in front of an array of holoscreens, all playing different tutorials of various crafts and hobbies. I was thinking of learning something new, Nami says, poking their finger into their cheek. It's not enough that I already know how to draw and write, play video games. I can learn to knit, or sculpt, or make jewelry. Think about it for a second. I know we can just nanoprint stuff like that, but it's nice to make stuff with your hands, right? It is. Oh. You're about to challenge Nami to a game of Laser Fable, when you notice they seem kind of down today. When you ask what's up, they just sigh and scuff their feet in the dirt. So Anastasia, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to dedicate my life to knowledge. Wow. So cool that you already know what you want to do, Nami says in awe. What's that like? I've been thinking about what I want to do with my life, but I just don't know, Nami says, pouting a little. I thought that being here would mean I could find something I'm good at, but everything I try just sucks. It's boring and I'm not good at anything except drawing and writing. Before we went on for tuna, I thought I'd end up doing whatever was assigned to me. We had the duty roster, right? And I figured I'd keep working in the canteen, I'd spend the rest of the time playing holo games and making up stories. I peeled a lot of potatoes. But since we landed here, I've been talking to Mars, and she's real serious about the idea that any colony worth living in needs to have artists and writers like me. They touched their fingertips together. So I was thinking, what if I really did follow my dreams? They perk up a little, just talking about it. No, I could be a comic artist, or a hologram designer, or a writer. Oh, I could be anything. As long as I get to make stuff that people like. What do you think, Solana Saya? Colony needs people like that. You really think so? Nami exclaims, holding their hands to their cheeks, popping one foot off the ground. Oh, I'm so happy. Did you know in ancient times there used to be people called bards whose only job was to tell stories? That sounds like the best thing ever. Get it. This evening, when Dis isn't in his quarters or his usual spot near the expedition vehicles, you have a sixth sense about where to find him. His old secret hideout, the big drainage pipe under the wall. He still goes there sometimes when he needs to escape and be alone. Sure enough, there he is at the entrance of the pipe. But something's wrong. He's fiddling with a package, furtively. His head jerks up as you approach and he clutches it to his chest. You can barely believe your eyes, but you know a bomb when you see one. What are you doing? Dis stares at you for a few moments, weighing the truth. I'm leaving, he says, eventually. Noctilucent made me a deal. Sabotage the colony during the next attack, and they'll let me become a gardener. Don't get in my way, Solanacea, Dis says. I don't want to have to hurt you. So, this is a pretty big deal. You can let him do it. You can go with him. We are not doing that because we need to not have that ending, but it's on the table. Please don't do it. Dis looks stunned but shakes its head. It's not about you, Solanacea. I'm gonna do this. Except for you, there's nothing for me here. You're the only one that makes me feel, well... He looks down at the package in his hands and sighs. Human. No one has to know. Just give me the bomb. Dis clutches the explosives to his chest tightly and lets out one shuddering sigh. Okay, he says finally. Okay, He shakes his head, hands it over to you. Take it, he says, before I change my mind. You dispose of the deadly package and thank all the gods from all the religions you can name that you are here tonight to stop this. Okay. What do I want to do? I kind of want to finish leveling up reasoning. Fuck it, yeah, send it. Engineering, let's do this. It's time for your end of term project. This is what I was waiting for. You partnered with Tang and Nami to come up with a project that uses everything you've learned about math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. I know, Nami exclaims. We should go down to the Helio engine room and see if it makes us think of anything. Great idea. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Tang agrees slowly. We could do a comparison of the Helio superior engine and talk about how Earth technology improved in the years before the stratospheric and the heliopause leaving Earth. Nami nods excitedly, leading the way. No offense, but we also had way better funding than you guys, Nami exclaims as you head down into the belly of the Helio. Like, you know, government funding, right? Like, not just dark web stuff, but actual, factual space travel budget. People were so mad when you guys left. The world didn't believe the Strata would even make it off the planet. When you did, everyone got left behind, got super competitive. So our technology is so much better. You and Tang try not to roll your eyes as Nami chatters away. You split up, take a look at all the different components of the Helio engines, from the cooling system to the nanocell reactors to the complicated banks of computers that all once housed the Helio's much less powerful onboard AI. The Helio might be newer, but nothing beats congruence. You're leaning in to take a look at some faded warning sign about pacemakers when you hear Nami yell, "Oh no, guys, I think it broke. Help, I'm stuck." Step bro, please. You and Tang rush over to where Nami is sprawled out in the tangle of cables, wrapped around them like a nest of snake bugs. Nami looks too terrified to move, and for good reason. Every time they do, more wires snap free of their connections and contribute to Nami's growing distress. The panel behind them beeps in warning. "Help me, Nami, please. I'm afraid to move. What if I turn off life support or something?" It's delicate, stressful work, but together you and Tang manage to pull Nami from the disaster. You look down at the jumbled, hopeless tangle with growing fear. You're gonna have to rewire everything and hope you get it right. One simply fixes the power, right? It's easy. 5. Do I get 4? There are no 4s. Motherfucker. Alright, a 40. Now we need 59. I can do a 3, 4, 5, 6 pretty easily. For 46, and now I need 13. We're good. And this is an engineering challenge, so it doesn't really matter how well or not we do here. Right. 8, 8, 5, 5, 9, 83. Hey, I still got the best score. Got him. You all breathe a sigh of relief when all the cables are reconnected, and everything stops beeping. I knew I could do it, Nami says, looking relieved. And we know how it works. Now we know how it all works. You work together on your final project, which is a full schematic of how the Helio engines work. Nami contributes some intensely dedicated drawings, and Tang makes sure everything is correct. You write up the comparison between the Helio and the less complicated Strato. Congruence looks over your work. Congratulations, you three. This is wonderful work. You officially passed, but there's always more to learn and more to teach the others. By the way, she adds with a wink, good work repairing that power array as well. Don't worry, I won't tell. We're like 1 away from finishing reasoning. God, that sucks. Does anything give reasoning as a secondary? I mean, that does. Humanities doesn't, right? No. Shit. I'd have to do engineering or life sciences. Would tutoring help reasoning? Tutoring would. Okay, well, we could tutor just to max that out. Do I want to do that though? Not this year. No, I want to leave this for the time being. Next year, I'd like to max that out when I'm trying to boost something else. I want to rest the... When do I want to rest? What do I want to do? Do I want to rest now or later? Later, probably. What do I want to level right now? We're kind of done. I mean, I can work on maxing out toughness. That'd be pretty easy. That's probably 2 away from being done. I can try to start pushing persuasion up to 15, which I think Phonophore gives creativity and bravery, and we'd eventually unlock the ability to do to work in Rex's bar. I want this gone. Hurting a friend is just a bad card. There's a bunch of other cards I'm not crazy about, but that one in particular. No. You know what? Where are the 2 stress cards? Where are the 2 stress cards? Get these the fuck out of here. These stressful event cards are the worst. I hate these so much. Okay. We're broke, but I've removed 3 terrible cards from the deck. I also don't want to finish tough. Well, this won't finish toughness. It'll get it close, but it won't finish it. I don't want to finish toughness for the same reason I don't want to finish reasoning, because it'll give us a skill boost next year for maxing out organizing, and I'd like to do that. So let's shovel dirt. This month, your mom has you and Cal digging out rice paddies. Put on mud waders that are way too big for you and stumble into the soggy muck. Cal starts nerding out about the mud, as he does. The ground is so soggy because lower gravity means water takes longer to seep down, he explains, pulling a big clod of mud out of the ground and slopping it into the hoverlift. At least when it's raining, you don't have to use wheelbarrows. Everything's so swampy and warm on Fortuna, not like the dry recycled air, the stratospheric. The wet ground makes roots from our earth plants rot easier. So we use a ton of mush tree mulch, or kind of puffy lava rock thing. He stops and rubs his face, smearing mud across his cheek. Maybe we can do that next. I like smashing it up into tiny bits with a hammer. It's nice to be outside with Cal. Tropical rain is never too cold, and Cal's great company. Think about all the cool stuff that's out there. Cal exclaims. Who else gets to shape the planet and provide food for the colony? No one, that's who. This job's the best. He keeps on digging and nattering about cool bugs he finds in the mud. You goof off for a little while and have fun. Your antics eventually lead to you slipping, and suddenly you're up to your armpits in mud and laughing as it oozes down your oversized waders. You could have gotten this so much earlier, that's why it's a value 2. 9, 5, 5, 4? This isn't the highest we can get though, and I do care about that. Fuck. 37, 56, 58, 66, 61, okay. 66, 59. 39, 52. 49. I think 66 might be the best we can do. No. 69. Oh my god, I was never gonna get that. Well, toughness up by 7, which is actually what I wanted. 8 would have been nice, but this way we don't have the buff that'll increase organizing yet, so I can put that off until next year. Or later. It's late wet, let's make sure we've gone and gifted people stuff. Cal is deep in conversation with one of the other gardeners as you approach, but as soon as he sees you, he breaks away from them, scoops you in a big bear hug. Sawanasea, he cheers, sweeping you off your feet. How'd you know I was thinking about you? He sets you down and gives you a little kiss on the nose. Boop. We don't need to improve our relationship with him. I do with Mars, and Rex, and Nami, and Vase. I've already given you stuff, right? I've already given stuff to everybody. Probably, but we double-check just to make sure, Alex. We do need to talk about Governor Lum, but I'm not doing that this playthrough. We're staying loyal, which sucks. That stinks. It is stinky. Stinky ew. Uh-oh, gross, so stinky. I could rest this month. I don't want to. I'd rather take an action next month, so we are going to relax in the park. Your mother's whitest strand of flowers are flourishing in the garden, and everywhere else too. They've really taken to something in the soil here. You even see them outside the walls. Something must be carrying their seeds out towards a wilderness. Clever girl still doesn't appreciate you riding on her back, but you reach a tenuous peace with her. You don't make her go anywhere she doesn't want to go. She doesn't try to throw you so hard your bones time travel into next week. You'd like her to be a little bit more adventurous with you at the reins, though. There's a couple mushwood logs laying outside the colony, and you're pretty sure you can convince her to jump them. Becomes a 4. Okay, well, we would have a 2, 3, 4 for 24. But I need a 58 here. How am I ever gonna pull that off? Easily. Get a 5, 6, 7. I don't care about the kudos. Okay, 27, huh? Good enough. Good enough. Success! You direct Clever Girl towards the mushwood and set off at a fast pace. She balks at first, but after a split seconds where you're sure you're gonna eat dirt, she bounces up her hindquarters and sails over the obstacle. Your whole skeleton shudders when you both hit the ground on the other side. You're still in the saddle. She turns her head to you like, are you kidding me? Clever Girl isn't in the stable where you go to take her on a daily ride. Then you hear a scream from the gardens. You run towards the scream and find that Clever Girl has cornered Nougat in the gardens and it's growling menacingly. Nougat is cowering under a park bench and begs for you to save her. Oh no, Clever Girl must be hungry. You don't want to see her when she's hungry. You didn't bring any meat to calm her down. You're gonna have to rely on your empathic bond. 97 for her to not eat nougat. 97. 68 left. Very doable. Very, very doable. However, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't do a 4. Well, I suppose we do the 7 here. That's 42. I only need 26. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. We are A-okay. Oh, that was close to the best score, too. You cautiously approach Clever Girl, hands outstretched. She tosses her head and snorts, but amazingly, she stays still until you're able to get your hands on your head and force her to look into your eyes. It's a battle of wills. You can sense her wanting to break away, but after a few tense moments, she seems to relax, accepting your show of dominance. She allows you to lead her back to the barn, where you're able to calm her down the rest of the way with a meal. Great work. Okay, we leveled up a card 2 times. Pretty good. Forget both of these. Oh, I can only forget one. Fine, forget that one. Late wet, it is now glow season. We can gift during glow to a few people. And we really should. And we've knocked out a lot of our priorities this year. It feels good. Not all of what I wanted to get done is done, but a lot of it is. A lot of it is. All except one important thing are taken care of. That feels pretty fucking good. I need to improve, not with you. Not with you. I need Rex, who isn't outside. I need Nami, who isn't outside. I need Mars, who isn't outside. Okay, alright, okay, yeah, that's fine. I think we do sentry duty. I don't think we need to do sentry duty or lookout duty, but you tend to boost the defense of the colony when you do this. It'd be nice to show that off. Relaxing on the walls doesn't quite do the same thing. I don't think I need to do it this year. We stopped the bomb. So we should be fine. I never noticed this tentacle-y thing in here. Weird. Lookout duty. Yeah, let's do that. You show up bright and early for muster with other garrison recruits. It's mostly younger people. The older, more experienced security officers are all posted up for guard duty. Nem is here, though, her rowdy red hair tied back into a poof. She shoots you a little grin as she falls in formation beside you. You shift from foot to foot awkwardly, not sure where to put your hands. Nem nudges you with her elbow, gestures that you should stand like her with your hands clasped loosely behind your back. You manage, just as Security Chief Rhett comes to speak to the other recruits. Good morning, recruits, he calls out, his voice cutting through the morning air. He pauses, looking at the assembled band of motley youth, taps his ear. Morning. Rhett crosses his arms. Well, we'll be working on that, he says. Working in the garrison isn't like other jobs, children. Here, you'll be expected to give 100% every day. If you burn some food in the kitchen or shovel the wrong pile of dirt in geoponics, it's no big deal. But here, it can be a matter of life and death. Not just for you, but for everyone in the colony. Loyalty, dedication, self-sacrifice, and honor, these are a soldier's creed, Rhett says, steely gazed even. You wonder how many battles he saw on Earth. Just like your mom, he doesn't like to talk about it. It's not a place for half-assed kids to turn around and play soldier. You look around awkwardly at the other recruits. Isn't this a little intense for lookout duty? Rhett catches your attention, wavering, and speaks directly to you, staring you right in the eye. Laziness and ego have no place here, he says. If you slack off and let something slip past you, you could die. Your friends and family could die. This isn't school. This is real life, real danger. If you even blink too long, we're all dead. Take the no blink challenge seriously. Hurts your eyeballs, but you stare Rhett down until he actually laughs. Well, he cracks a smile anyway. He looks away first. That's the spirit, Solanasea, he says, clapping you on the shoulder. I don't mean to scare you kids, he says, addressing the rest of the group, but I really do need you to know that this isn't a fun little game. You can't sneak your friends into the watchtower, you can't work on your homework, you can't catch up on sleep. Even though lookout duty seems like an easy job for kids to do to keep busy, it's very important. I need you to take it seriously, like Solanasea here. We're not getting anything out of this. It's just sometimes you get a bonus for doing lookout duty. And I thought this might be one of the times, and I'm pretty sure I was wrong. I'm reasonably sure that I was wrong. That's okay. That's fine. Nem is leading her own her defense squad this year. 5 soldiers, including you. You're on duty together. No, maybe not. When you hear the sirens begin to wail, the xenophon has been spotted at the tree line. Everyone snaps to attention, looks to Nem for guidance. You watch her youthful face harden as she gestures for you to form up on the walls. You join the wall defense. You stand shoulder to shoulder with Nem and watch the Xenos mass on the other side of the fire break. Look at them all, she says darkly. Just keep coming. More and more every year. What are they even waiting for? Why don't they just attack already? She shoots a look to the rest of her squad. All of them Helios, mostly young adults like you. Lowers her voice. I just want to get it over with, you know? She confides in you. These Helios learned to march before they could walk. I want to prove I can handle myself as much as they can. She runs her fingers down the barrel of her plasma rifle, where she stenciled the name Kombucha. A lowing from the forest draws her attention back to the enemy line. Wall of animals is approaching in eerie unison, their footsteps drumming a rumbling tattoo across the ground. She clutches her rifle tightly. Okay, here goes. The animals approach the wall at a steady pace, but stop short of the walls. Instead, they mill around outside the colony near the garrison. In the eerie silence, you hear the sudden crackle of plasma rifle fire and a flying creature falls to the ground. You hear a security chief from his post on the walls telling his squad to hold their fire. His voice rings through the still, expectant air. Xenos are just standing there. It's so quiet. The animals appear to be waiting for something. The uncomfortable impasse stretches into minutes, till finally Nem tilts her head like she's hearing orders through her earspeak. Okay, we're just going to attack them, she says, her voice tilting as if it's almost a question. Her helio-boing squad mates look with unsure expressions, but Nem nods. Yeah, to the walls, open fire. What's in the sky? You duck as something huge whooshes over your head, buzzing the top of the wall. Nem soldiers all train their rifles on it, but she yells at them to stand down. It's Zox, she cries. She's here to help. The giant dewy pillar lands in the firebreak, her sinuous body looping around, forcing the Xenos back into the forest. Cal looks up and waves, proud to have found a way to help that doesn't involve killing. 2 arms. Okay. 6s. 10. 9. Wild. 5. 10, 9, 5 wild. Yeah, that's how that goes. 11, 6, 6, 5, 6. Okay, whatever. 60's fine. We get combat. We don't need combat. You and the others open fire, joined by the squads at other points of the wall. We've gotten 3 colony defense out of this so far. That's fucking crazy. I think it was. The first one was because we did sentry duty. Maybe. The second was Cal's event. The first might be because of Anemone's event. The third one, I think it's just for succeeding at that challenge. 3 colony defense and one actions. Wonky. You and the others open fire, joined by squads at other points on the walls. The creatures continue to mill around as they're cornered, or they're cut down by a hail of crackling plasma rifle fire, seemingly unbothered. It's not until a few minutes pass that the creatures seem to wake up, in a sense, breaking from their holding pattern and beginning to batter the walls as usual. Flying creatures begin to soar overhead, landing in the courtyard, attacking from within. Cal and Zox do what they can, but are soon forced to retreat by the swarm of Xenos. You stay on the walls and pick off what you can, trying to keep the creatures from forming a living pyramid to scale the walls. You hear the battering of their bodies against the gates from here, and the commotion at the gate as the gate defenders rally to keep it shut. Governor Lum comes charging up to Nim. I need command of your squad, he says. I'm taking them down to the courtyard to engage the enemy directly. My squad? Nim stammers. She looks conflicted. Lum is the governor, and outranks her as a soldier, but he's a Lum. His plan is bound to be dangerous or even suicidal. The rest of the squad are Helio-born, yes, but they're also teenagers like you. Don't you need us up here, supporting defenders from the walls? She chances to suggest. Yeah, we're more useful up here. Lum doesn't look convinced, but your support emboldens Nim. She stands up straighter, harshens her expression. I can't send my people into close combat, she says firmly. We're trained for range defense, not melee. The governor looks at your squad mates. None of them make a move to follow him. He curls his lip in disgust, stalks away. Your squad remains on the wall, defending them against being breached by Xenos and picking off flying ones before they can land in the courtyard. The gates stay standing, and after an hour, the attack ends as quietly as it began, with the remaining Xenos slinking back into the forest from whence they came. In the quiet following the battle, the colony comes out of hiding to gather in the courtyard, surveying the damage. Everyone looks weary, but you survived another year, and with remarkably few casualties. The gates are secured, and people begin to pick through the massive Xenon bodies. You spot Dis watching from up on the walls. As he meets your eyes from a distance, you wonder how tonight's battle must have gone if you hadn't stopped him from planting that bomb. It's like I knew it was coming or something. Alright, another year. Toughness up 21, reasoning up 9, creativity up 8. We wasted a lot of time with the robotics events, but it was worth it. It was fucking worth it for future playthroughs. Friendships getting there with some people, but I don't think we can max out everyone this playthrough, and that's okay. We don't have to. Got some decent cards. Actually, nothing I'm super crazy about here, if I'm honest. Nami's cards are always great, and that was weird as a decent card, but the rest of these... Congruence is really good early on, but you can't get it too much earlier your first time through. Later, though. Later. It's only been 2 hours. It's only 11 p.m. I think I'm going to wrap this up tonight. But if you were watching this on YouTube, this is going to be it for today. Until tomorrow, I'm going to say toodaloo. Take care. I will see you then. Bye-bye, YouTube.